Hi, welcome to a new episode in the Internet Surfer, hosting the most horror and creepiest stories from Reddit. Please don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Enjoy.
Travel to Japan tips and tricks. I was just there for the second time. I would avoid travel packages. Japan is an incredibly easy country to get around in. You can reliably and cheaply ship your luggage from hotel to hotel, so you can avoid dealing with it in train stations and on subways. Takyobin. You can store bags/luggage/etc. at coin lockers at most train/subway stations. Yes, cabs are expensive, but I would recommend taking one for the final leg of a trip with luggage, i.e., from the train to your hotel, from your hotel to the train that will get you to the airport. We checked the Michelin Guide for Bib Gourmand restaurants and had some of our most memorable meals there for the same price as anywhere else. Yes, you can find tasty food anywhere, but it is a reliable way to go without ending up in a Google Maps tourist trap. Do check Google Maps reviews to see if a place you want to eat has a lineup. You might be able to find an even better place to eat within a subway ride faster than the lineup if you venture out of the center. Also be wary of restaurants with no Japanese reviews. And I noticed a restaurant with 3 to 4 stars might still be great. Japanese reviewers just use the full range of scores like food was great, 3/5. If you're going to Tokyo, try to plot your must-see places on a map and then find a hotel on that side of the city. We made the mistake last trip of booking a hotel way before we planned it and ended up taking a train to the other side of the city every day. It adds a lot of time and makes it more annoying to drop stuff off. Tsukiji Market was a total tourist trap. We had great sushi there the first time, so we wanted to go again. But they understandably closed the main market to tourists now, and the small area that is left is packed wall-to-wall with people. Every restaurant has a huge lineup. We dipped out to get sushi close by in Ginza instead. Try to find spots that match hobbies/interests you have. We went to a cool mechanical keyboard shop, many photography stores, crafts and paper stores, amazing coffee roasters, etc. I went in June 2 weeks, and would be wary about going in August because of the heat. It's known to be extremely hot and rainy during the summer months. March would be more ideal weather-wise, but you may see higher costs/more crowded as it nears cherry blossom season. If your trip is on the shorter side, stick to the popular route of visiting Tokyo, Kyoto, in Osaka. Tips/must-see. Get an eSIM. We used an app called Airlo. More reliable than pocket Wi-Fi. You can look at Klook for some ideas on what to do for attractions. Ship your luggage between hotels. We lugged our luggage through train stations, and it was hell lol. Fly into whichever airport is cheaper. We flew into Narita, but many fly into Haneda as it is closer to Tokyo. Transportation between the airports into the city is very straightforward if you choose to take public transit. Stay at a traditional ryokan with an onsen, hot spring, usually super local run, and they offer good traditional Japanese breakfast/dinners. Great for the culture experience. Kyoto was our favorite city. Calm, temples, more greenery. Osaka, best food, nightlife. I would wake up early to explore Kyoto's temples and shrines, and would say Kiramon Market in Osaka had the best food options. Try Kobe beef. Expensive but worth it. If you drink, I recommend a sake tour. If you are on a budget, just know that 7-Eleven will save your life with cheap, tasty food. It really depends on what you are into, but I would recommend planning months in advance as many people plan for Japan and tickets can sell out. We did typical tourist/social media activities like Tokyo Disneyland, Shibuya Sky Deck, kimono rental, and anime-related cafes/museums. Wear comfortable shoes. You will be doing a lot of walking. Carry cash plus coins with you. Some places will not take card. Taking money out of ATMs at Family Mart or July 11th is extremely easy and better than exchanging at the airport. Things not to do/be careful of. Japanese people coming up to you. In general, they are helpful if you approach them, but it is abnormal for them to come up to you unprompted. If this is happening, it is to defraud you out of some money lol. Offering to take you to places if you are lost, taking you to a bar, then overcharging you. You cannot eat/drink while walking, which I was not used to. There is usually a designated area by the store/stall to eat, but it can get crowded. There's also basically no garbage cans, so you will have to keep your trash with you in some cases. Overall, Our trip was amazing, and I would go back to Japan again. For two of us for 2 weeks, the cost was around 5,000 Canadian dollars each, including our flights. Hope that helps. Smiley face. I visited Japan for a week earlier this year. I found the JR Rail Pass super convenient and affordable, given the amount of train travel I did. The prices are going up soon, though, so the break-even point might shift. For internet, I took a Sakura mobile SIM via Klook. It had unlimited internet, but no calls, and was priced around $30 with validity for a week. Those were two deals I am extremely glad I took. We just got home from 3 weeks. We planned everything on our own, flying in and out of Narita. We rented a car, and glad we did. Got to see lots of parts of Japan that we would not have been able to if we stuck to rail. The car also allowed us to beat the crowds that were on buses, like when we went to Shirakawa-go. We had the place to ourselves for 2 hours until 15 tourist buses all rolled in at the same time. Driving in Japan is super easy. Cost-wise, we did not think it was extremely expensive. The Japan Rail Pass is a good deal if you are using every day, but we chose to factor that cost into the car rental. We were in Japan in September/October, and we found it hot. Friends of ours were in Japan in July and August, and they all said they found it unbearable. If I would go again, I would choose October, or in your case, March. We also made use of personal fans to help with the heat. You can get them from Amazon for a few bucks. I chose to use an eSIM card called Ubijai and had no issues using it. You can get a SIM card or pocket Wi-Fi, however, do take your time and pick them up at the airport. We were in a rush leaving the airport and neglected to pick up a card for my wife, and we then found it difficult to find a SIM card for her. She got by using local hotspots that are plentiful. I did find I got down the social media trap and got overwhelmed with all what you should do comments. Do what you like and do not worry what others think. However, I would recommend staying a night or two at one of the fancy onsen hotels. Some can be pricey, but often they include breakfast and dinner, and the food was good. Late March, the cherry blossoms will be out. Highly recommend. You must walk through the parks and the canals to see. Hotels can be tough. I would personally avoid American chains as they are much pricier than their Japanese counterparts. I enjoyed the Royal Park Shio Dome. It was conveniently located, had good amenities, including a fitness center which can be oddly rarer than I expected, and very spacious for Tokyo. I also enjoyed the Mitsui Garden near the Olympic Stadium, but is in a bit of a quieter area, which has a bath. Look it up. Personally, I am too shy. Tokyo has less check-the-box things and much more walk and explore. Every alley and corner have something new and wonderful. Immerse yourself in this incredibly unique and beautiful culture and country. Have a drink at the Park Hyatt. You will feel spiffy. Oddly, pizza in Tokyo is pretty awesome. If you're tired of the fish-heavy normal fare, try a pizza place, have some good ramen, check any site for good spots, walk through the park to see Meiji Jingu, go to a cat cafe, go to the Meguro River Cherry Blossom Promenade, and buy random street food, walk the crossing in Shibuya. But more fun, go to the Starbucks and watch the swarm from the second floor. Would not recommend the fish market. It was destroyed and rebuilt and isn't authentic anymore. Watch for festivals, especially in parks, and there's even small islands that host. They can be crazy but fun. March. I was there for the first time in March this year, and the cherry blossoms were so beautiful. Loved it so much that I am heading back there again in January. I went to Okinawa, Kyoto, and Tokyo. I would say Kyoto is a must-see city. I really loved my time there and did not want to leave. Tokyo is massive. I underestimated how long it would take to travel to different areas of the city. I would recommend starting a Google map and pinning everything you want to do/see first, and then book your accommodation after that, so you can see the general area that would be best to base yourself in. Obviously, you will still have to travel across the city for some things, but I found myself staying far from many of the things that I wanted to see most. Also, do not miss the July 11th. They're amazing, haha, so much tasty food. Do not listen to people saying to avoid August. I have spent 2 full August, one as a resident in Saitama, extremely hot prefecture, and the other one a non-stop road trip. Just drink tons of water. Use UV umbrella, and you will see how much the heat will become less obnoxious. As a tourist, use the privilege to travel in places which are less hot, for instance Nagano, Gunma, Kusatsu Onsen in mind, Tohoku, and Hokkaido. Choose places high in altitude or some countryside. Avoid Okinawa, South Japan, Kansai, and Tokyo. Just use August to go off path. It is one of the best months because the nature is green and the sky very blue. Also, August is the month with the highest number of summer festival, which are always worth to go. There are every week and everywhere. The biggest one on those I did, Taiko Festival in Soa Lake, Awa Odori in Tokushima, and Gujo Odori in Gujo Hachiman, are so good I can come back only for those. During Obon period 10 to 15 August, you will find small summer festivals everywhere and every day. The exceedingly small countryside festivals are also genuinely nice memories to meet friendly locals. And finally, you might see the best fireworks of your life, but I did not do the most famous. There are no best season to go to Japan. The amazing thing with Japan is the fact that every season has its own charm and bring uniqueness. So stop thinking about month when you go to Japan and instead look for what makes each month unique. I went during September for my birthday. It was fun. Anyway, try to get a guide. You will get lost by yourself, at least in my experience. Get zipper bags instead of drawstring bags. Just in case of pickpocketers, do not use pockets. This is not only a rule for Japan, it is just a general rule for travel. Osaka Airport was nice, but still excessively big. So after your flight, be prepared for a lot of walking. Well, fair warning is Japan in summertime is hot, and most importantly, very humid. Now, depending on where you are from, that is either something you can deal with, or you will have a terrible time. I live in very dry climate most of my life, so the humidity kills me, but someone who used to it might not be that bad. The ideal time's always spring/fall, so like April/May into March, and like Sept/Oct for best weather. As for where to go if it is your first time, I recommend Osaka. It has great food, and it is not as insanely crowded as Tokyo, so more relaxing. It has also got a lot of places around it. Kyoto is only like 30 minutes train ride away. There is also Nari 30 minutes away if you want to see the deer. Then Kobe is also only 30 minutes away for the beef and hot springs. At least in Osaka, consider Airbnb. I went this year around May, book an Airbnb, got like a 2-bedroom apartment right next to the popular Dotonbori in Osaka. I street famous for a lot of tasty food for like $80-ish a night.
Thanks for watching. Please comment, like, share and subscribe. The Internet Surfer on YouTube for more horror and scary stories.